Sup kiddos, sup guys. We just brought in the C-Class to get checked, and hopefully they can tell us what's wrong with it and everything, so I can give you guys an update what's really going on. Because remember, we changed the spark plugs, we cleaned out the throttle body, so that cleared up the misfiring in cylinder 1, but the thermostat is still not working because, you know, I don't have the parts for that. And when you're on the gas at like around 70 miles per hour or more, when you're on it, that the whole car just starts vibrating like crazy. So hopefully they get that checked out. Maybe that's like a engine mount or something. At first they thought it might have been, you know, because the tires haven't been balanced, but I told them when I put it under neutral and I coast like at 70 or 80, you know, the car's smooth, the car's perfect, you know, just how it's supposed to be. But then when you're on the gas, that's when it starts feeling like a vibrator. The whole thing is a vibrator. Okay, but anyway, we were able to pick this up. It's the GLC 300. So I drove this thing a little bit, you know, just from Thousand Oaks to over to home, and this thing, it's a pretty comfortable ride. Just, you know, I'm just gonna do like really give you guys kind of like a brief tour about it. They call it the GLC now. They renamed like they renamed all their SUV type cars as GLC something. So they have the GLC, they have the GLE, and then I think they also have a GLS. But let's take a look inside. Pretty much all your Mercedes, they all generally look the same inside. They all have the same layout. I think this took place of the GLK. Fairly comfortable. It's kind of nice to have a car that's high up for once, so you don't have to worry about hitting any dips. Pretty standard stuff. Ooh, automatic. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty big. That's kind of one thing that's good and bad about Mercedes. It's good because, you know, once you're in a Mercedes and you get into another one, you kind of feel right at home. It doesn't feel any different. It doesn't feel different at all. It feels exactly the same. Like the S-Class, this layout is a little bit longer. Anyway, let's find out what happened to my brother's C-Class. All right, what's up guys? Me and my dad, we're gonna bring this in now. It's been about a week since I filmed that last portion, so it's quite a bit of time has gone by, and we ended up putting 1,250 miles on this thing. So before we turn this in, it handles fairly well. Like if you're turning and then you have to make like a really sharp turn, it's pretty nimble. It feels very light, and it feels like when you're turning it, it'll go less than half. The thing where it kind of falls through has to be the engine though. The way this thing kind of puts on power, it is, I believe it's a 4-cylinder, it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder. So it does have like a pretty small engine, but to make up for that, they put turbos on it. And yeah, it does make a lot of power, and once you're on it, it goes really, really quickly. But when you're just trying to cruise like on the freeway, like if you just let go of the gas, the car backtracks so much and it gets kind of uncomfortable, and then when you try to get on the gas again, it's kind of abrupt. But yeah, definitely, you know, if you're looking for a car that's luxurious inside, I think this is pretty nice. But if you're a person who's like really keen on cars, would not recommend it. Like the way it drives, you probably won't be happy. But we're gonna go to Mercedes Thousand Oaks now. The thing is so cool, there's like an LED. Ooh, look, it's a brake light in the center. That's really neat. See, there he goes again. It's so cool. Nope. Alright, so I have some good news and some bad news about the car. Actually, a lot of bad news, but I'll give you the good news first. Good news is that the spark plugs that we did together, that ended up saving us a total of $409. That's right, $409. Like that's pretty ridiculous how much they're charging just to change the spark plugs. That was a lot. I was pretty like surprised like how much that really costs, and it's beginning to make me think like maybe the other maintenance that we did here too, we could have just done it ourselves. So 409 bucks just to change spark plugs is pretty ridiculous, and we did it in like in the afternoon. I really don't see the justification between that price when each spark plug was like around 10 bucks and then $340 just for labor or something. So the bad news is, okay, there's a lot of bad news, but before we do that, before we really get into it, and before I kind of show you guys the bad news, let's check out this AMG room here. Holy jeez. I think this thing opened like 2 weeks ago. I'd like to say 2 weeks ago, and it's like AMG heaven. We got an E63. Oh my god, wow. 110,000 for this thing. Oh my god, you got, I forgot, this was originally the ML, but I think they changed the badging on this. I think it's called a GL now or something. GL, what is this called? GLE. It's a GLE 453, so it doesn't have the V8 engine. It has a twin turbo V6 engine, I believe. That's how it is with the 43 engines. Oh my god, this thing looks so baller. G63 AMG. Let's see how much this is. It's locked right now, but wow, this looks so hardcore. 157,000 bucks for this thing. God. When I get the money, this is definitely the wifey's car. That's the C63. Whoa, look at that thing. Almost as much as the Maserati. And then we have Big Daddy here. AMG GTS. Look how boss that looks. Oh. I think I definitely would have to go with a used Ferrari or used Lamborghini over that thing. Like, I mean, it's nice, but a Ferrari Lambo, kind of hard to pass up on. Okay, let's go check out. I hope this is open. Is it open? Yes! It's open. And there's no one here but me. But us. My dad's outside. But yeah, this is the new Mercedes-Benz 1000 Oaks AMG showroom. Oh my god, I can be as loud as here. I can just show my excitement how excited I am to be in the presence of these AMGs. Oh, I love AMGs. Look at this thing. Oh my god. Look at that interior. Oh my god. What is this? It's the S63. Oh no, this is S65, so this has the V12. This thing is 262 grand. God. So what can you do with 262 grand? Would you guys get this or a Rolls Royce Ghost? Have also the GLE 63S. See, I'm kind of confused because they have two types of GL. Oh yeah, they have two types of GLEs. They have this one that's kind of like a has like kind of the X6 BMW X6 style like look. And then they have that one, the GLE, that has more of like the X5 type of look, which is over there, which we saw. And then another Big Daddy. Wow, this thing looks so incredible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is back. We have this thing back now. I mean, I don't know what I'm expecting going around the car. It looks exactly the same. But let's talk about that bill sheet. Alright kids, so this is pretty much the bad news I have right here. I mean, we already paid for everything, so, but damn, they found even like they found even more like problems like kind of like along the way when they were fixing these things. So yeah, let's just go down the list right now. So the first thing on the list, and you know, I apologize, I'm not going to show you the list because there's a lot of confidential, a lot of important information on this sheet that I can't show you guys. So let's go down the list. So the first cost that we have is 175 bucks, which is checking the check engine light, which is insane that it costs 175 bucks just to get the car checked. First actual thing we replace, the engine mounts, which I may have been able to do myself, probably, I don't know. I don't have the equipment or the expertise, but basically when I was driving this thing and I would put my, like, you know, I would step on the gas, the whole car would pretty much vibrate, which is not, you know, obviously it's not supposed to happen. It's because the engine mounts were broken. So to fix that, they fixed the engine mounts. For the parts, it was 560 bucks. And then the labor was another $492. Like, holy, that's $1,000, okay? The next one, sway bar links. The parts for this one was 118 bucks, and then the labor for this was 175. That was, so total like around 300 bucks. The AC system, since all the Freon or whatever, the thing that makes the air cold, pretty much ran out, and I think it was leaking. So that was, for the parts was 100 bucks, and then the labor was 240. So that's another $346. Okay, and then this is the thing they found. They found that the differential was broken, and this one was insane. I mean, it's not so insane because the, what do you call this? The engine mounts were approximately the same price, but the parts for this one was $446, and then the labor was another $678. So total for that one was $1,125, and that's all we were able to do because of how expensive it was. There's still a lot more problems, but we decided to opt out on them for now because, you know, we don't have enough money to fix everything. So we still have to fix the intake manifold, we still have to fix the thermostat that regulates the coolant, and there was a few more other problems, but they weren't too important to fix right now. Like the differential is important, the sway bar links, and the engines, because, you know, that really affects the way this car drives. But in all, the total for everything was $3,000, like approximately $3,000. That I don't even know what this kid did, like what my little brother did to this car, that there's so many freaking problems with this. What my dad speculated was that my little brother, he got in an accident. It wasn't his fault. Some dick ran a red light and hit him on the side of the door. But since he didn't have like the dash cam and then no witnesses, the other guy was able to claim it as like a 50-50, so that they're both at fault, which is completely stupid. I mean, there was a witness, but that witness just dipped. Like, they didn't even like stop to check on my brother or anything. Like, what kind of people? I swear, some people, you know, they only care about themselves. They're so inconsiderate. If you see an accident, like if you see it happen, please stop over. I mean, give your statement. It sucks being the one who's not at fault, and then partially getting the blame and getting all these problems along with it. I mean, he banged the side door, but we don't know how significant the impact was, so we can't tell. Only my brother can tell that. But you know, from that, it probably messed up parts of the car, like the sway bar links and the engine mounts, and, you know, thus everything else getting affected. That's, you know, that's just speculation. But yeah, so what we have next planned on this channel, at least pertaining this car, I'm gonna try to fix the intake manifold myself. They sell the intake manifold on Amazon for like 500 bucks versus like buying it at the store. I mean, versus them doing it for us, which would cost like another $1,000 or something, which is pretty ridiculous. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned to see what else happens to this car. And I apologize for, you know, the past videos. I've been kind of sentimental, or, you know, a little bit more open, I guess, open with you guys. I hope that's okay. I want to just apologize anyway if you're not used to that, but, you know, I just want to be 100% with you guys all the time. So, but on that bombshell, I'll talk to you guys later. Richie Quico out. Peace. Okay, so we were just gonna stop by Sam's Club real quick and Costco, but I thought you guys would like to see this because this is like kind of coming off the ramp on the freeway. I'm not gonna go up. Oh my god, that's terrible. That is bad, but that is even worse.
You probably can go outside.
No, it's okay. I can do it from here because I can zoom in. Wow, that's crazy.